Last time out did not go well for the Redbirds. Chacha Vauzz is here to try to dig them out of a 9-game losing streak. And hopefully, throughout that process, finally get that call up to the show. As we get things going today, our Redbirds are coming off a really bad episode where, as mentioned, we lost 9 games in a row and not even against top-tier teams. But still, throughout those games, Chacha was performing pretty well. The best on the team. He did have a couple offers in that stretch, but he also had his first back-to-back home run game. And hopefully, with this success, what we've seen the attributes raising, we will get that call up very soon. We're hoping in between the series. And as we get things rocking and rolling here, it will be a night game in Jacksonville where we try to course correct off of the rough stretch here, and that's for the entire team. Chacha Vauzz, with those 2 home runs he had last episode, now leads the team with just 7. That is how rough things have been for the Redbirds. We've got a man on early here facing Max Meyer. It's an 0-0 count. And Chacha will make that 1-0. Good hit there. We'll send it right by the ankle of the pitcher. Chacha with a single to start the day. And with Redmond batting behind, we normally have been pretty safe in this spot. 2 on for him with speed on the bases. It is a 3-2 count, though, for Meyer. Vauzz waiting to run with a hit made. Though he ran a little bit early, he thought that one was going to drop in the gap. It's a double play and a little bit too aggressive of base running early on in this game. But what is Chacha Vauzz if not an aggressive base runner? We move to top of the 4th where we look to lead things off here. Dax Fulton has stepped in on the mound, so we got the starter out early and sending that one foul. And then he gets hit. Well, we've been hit, I think, either twice in this series. We might have got hit late in the previous one, but Chacha will take his base. Dax Fulton, we do not appreciate you. As Vauzz waits, he's going to go here. That ball is down low, and Chacha does get thrown out. So rare, but anytime he's not taking that extra step, that has been the case. Guess we'll have to wait on steal number 22. But how about bases loaded here for Chacha Vauzz? Top of the 5th, we are down 1 run. Let's try to drive in 1 or more then. Dax Fulton, you hit us last time. Now we're going to try to hit you. The pitch is in. Chacha will take that one low outside. We've got basically the entire infield out on the base pass right now. Trying to send them all home. And there it is. Grand salami off the top of the tree. Chacha Vauzz goes 420 with basically a 113 exit velo. We saw that home run power return last episode. It hadn't been here since we really moved up to AAA. Is it back for good with the grand slam Chacha Vauzz in the 5th? That gives Memphis a 5-2 lead come bottom of the 6th. We're trying to make sure that we hold on to a lead this time. Completely swept last episode. We're going to look for a double play here. Greavy on the mound. We'll send a dribbler over towards 3rd who makes the play over towards Chacha. Hop throw right on the money for Chacha Vauzz. Do we have our juice back here? Is Memphis vibing? Is that still what the young people are saying? I don't know, but Chacha Vauzz, a really good start here. The grand slam last time as he sent it to the top of the oak tree. Not to lie though, no idea if that was an oak tree. I'm just going to assume so because that was what popped into my head first. And they left him one down the middle, but not having to go back too far will be center. A few steps to his right, 1 back, and Chacha's headed back to the dugout with a 7th inning stretch then to make sure we don't blow this game. Bottom of the 9th we jump to as Jack Winkler is stepping into the batter's box. He's got 1 on, 1 out, 1-1 count. And we're looking to sit down 2. We're going to end that streak of ones here, hopefully. Nick Anderson is on the mound trying to close this game. It will be hard hit over towards short. Make the quick flip to Chacha. No-hander to end the game. Gave you a little bit of drama there with the reticle moving around, didn't I? Gave myself a little bit of drama too. 5-3 though, we pick up our first win. And we snap a 9-game losing streak here for the Redbirds. And a little 2 for 3 days also going to help out that average, trying to get that back above 340. As we head into game 4, we've got a dynamic challenge with no one on, 2 outs here, and it's Biozzo on the mound. Only know that because I've been watching Mr. Hurricane's Marlins series. Let's see what we could do against him. Well, he's going to get the better here of Chacha Vauzz. We're not getting a single, double, or anything good there. We fly out to center. We will quickly move then to bottom of the first as they do have a runner on first. It is Hernandez trying to bat him around, and it is Chacha Vauzz out in the field trying to turn a double play. Kyoto on the mound, pitch number 11. Will be hit over towards third. No, towards short. We've got the man at second, and we will get the man at first as well. And that should just help boost the relationship then with our pitcher. Chacha Vauzz now moves to the batter box with the top of the 4th up. 1 out, no one on. And right back down the middle, Chacha Vauzz with a single. And hopefully a steal coming up here, not getting caught stealing. I'm sure also Chandler Redmond, he's looking for another RBI. 1-1 count for him as Chacha does have that extra step. Biozzo looking his way but not throwing. Chacha is thrown out again. Come on, my man. What is this catcher doing back here? Perhaps he should be up at the show. I don't know the last time Chacha Vauzz has been thrown out by the same catcher twice in one series. Sorry, Teodo, we do not give you a run then. We move forward here. Soft contact over towards Chacha. We'll have to step in on it and look to make the throw to Redmond. Then from there, dynamic challenge for Chacha Vauzz as the Jumbo Shrimp have taken the lead. We look to lead off the 7th here, trying to get things off to a good start. We'll just look to get on base and again, not try to get caught stealing. Really good contact there, but a little bit early, just barely sends it foul. Though it looked like where everyone was looking was the foul pole. That might have been close to a home run ball. That one's not going to be, but outside. Vauzz would work that count. Growing full here, 3-2 payoff pitch. Is going to be outside. Chacha will take his base free this go-around. And that puts us on yet again for Chandler Redmond, who told Chacha before he went up to bat, if you get on, do not be thrown out yet again. Though they are looking to pick him off, Chacha is back safely. You know that doesn't really get into the head much of Chacha. He will always go right back and get that extra step. As he's going this time, it's in play. It will reach down in left field. Chacha will run on into third safely and staying at third this time. If you were here last episode, you know why we're saying that. And that does put 2-1 as Redmond moves over towards second here with a 2-2 count. We've got a new man. Koperniak? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But he has this one in play. Chacha will run home. It's an out at first, but we get a run on the board here, making it 2-1, top of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, though, we are out on the field with 1 out, 3-2 count. We got Chris Roycroft on the mound. We're trying to get an out at first. They dribble her over towards Chacha. A little bit more power behind this. We'll still run in at it. And once again, pitch and catch here with Redmond. Now we're looking to find a tie game here. Top of the 9th, Chacha Vauzz will lead off. He's batting .341. We need him at least on base here. If he could work his way around, all the better. Soriano trying to close the game out. And throws that one inside. That one's not going to be inside, though. Going back. Dropping in left center. Chacha will pull up here at second with a stand-up double tying run 180 feet away. And this is where Redmond now has the chance to be the hero. With nobody out, you've just got to work Chacha around. Who has that extra step? He's going to go on Soriano. This one is in play. And they're going to go to the pitcher, who doesn't record a single out. What a blown play there from Soriano in first base. I don't know if first base thought he caught that straight up. Didn't notice the bounce. But we tied this game and send it into extras. Top of the 11th, Chacha Vauzz leading off again. All right, can we do it all again? We've got a man on second, get on base, lead off double or better. Sure, we'll go for the double or better because we've got a man on second we're trying to bring home. They're obviously going to try to get him out. Soriano still on the mound despite blowing the game. A lucky strike call for him does find the top bit. And crushed down the middle, Chacha. He's going to look to make this a double as the runner is in. That's what we like to see from Chacha Vauzz. They are, though, only going to count that as a single. So not sure if we're going to get the boost then from completing that challenge, but either way, we reach second. We've taken the lead. Redmond is behind, and we've had to bring in a new pitcher here to face him. That one, though, does not droop. Maybe it did? No, it did not. So Chacha does get back safely. Smart move on his part. Just one out rather than two. And that leaves it up to Koperniak. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let me know in the comments below. Chacha with that extra lead here. And he's looking for third in play. This one is down. He's going to look home, but will be thrown out well ahead of schedule. Good play made in the field as we take the one-run lead into the bottom of the 11th. A little greedy, but sometimes in extras, if you're wanting to end a game, you've got to be. Matt Mervis, he's trying to be the hero here for the Jumbo Shrimp. The man on second with plenty of speed. Chacha Vauzz waiting to end this game as it is going to be popped up into right and will be the final out. Chacha sends home the winning run as we've now taken 2 games straight trying to split this series with one more win. But secretly, Chacha here before the game is hoping this is going to be his final game at AAA. He just went 2 for 3. Then he went 3 for 4. What can he do here to just convince the major league team to have that phone call? Bring him on up to St. Louis. Oh, we'll start in the batter's box. Chacha Vauzz here, top of the first, is batting number 3. He really should be number 1 or 2. But he sends that one nearly into a rough spot for the pitcher. Good news, Noblemeyer gets out of the way, puts the glove in that spot instead. It's a quick out on Chacha Vauzz, but one we would have felt really bad if we did get. So to the field we go then, bottom of the first, with 2 on here, 1 out. Runners are going as this one is going to look to be a single out. Good advancement there from the runners. They avoid the double play. And as we jump forward to top of the 4th, a dynamic challenge as it didn't matter that they ran because no runs would come home. Chacha Vauzz, though, with 2 outs. He's trying to get something done here. Noblemeyer, he caught him on that first pitch, I believe, last time. See what we can do this time. Well, how about cranking it to left field? But probably not as much of a crank as the initial sound sounded like. A few steps over and gloving it sends us through the middle of the 4. And some runs have come across for both teams as we next step on the field. Bottom of the 5th, Jack Winkler looking to lead off the inning as we've got a 1-1 ball game here. Takoa Roby still going here. Pitches in, a tapper over towards Chacha. We'll look to make another throw here to Redmond and record the out. And also bring us to another dynamic challenge. Top of the 7th. Jacksonville has taken the lead by 1 run. We're trying to split this series, avoid losing 2 straight. So how about we get on base and work our way around? It's pitch number 70 here for Noble Meyer. Chacha tried to turn on the 83 changeup. Doesn't, but this one a little bit of a more straight on affair, but still not going to be a hit. Chacha Vauzz retired on the hit towards short. But next time, we would have a dynamic challenge. Top of the 8th, runners at second and third. And it is a 3-2 ball game here for Chacha Vauzz. We're going to look to try to knock home the tying run. Or instead, that option would be taken away from us. I don't know how you give me a dynamic challenge and then tell the CPU to intentionally walk Chacha. Bases loaded for Redmond, and it's going to pay off then for the manager of the Jumbo Shrimp. Well, that sucked. We move on to top of the 9th as Wanbin Cho is up to bat, and we're now down by 3. So it doesn't look like we're going to be making our way back in this series to level things up. It is going to be another pop fly into right to end the game. Good tactics there from the Jumbo Shrimp, and ends what, again, we still hope is the last game in AAA here for Chacha Vauzz, but we will soon find out if that is the case. As we move through our off day, we have not gotten that call yet. We did get that call around 2 or so weeks ago, the 25th here of August. We are now, that's actually 3 weeks ago. We're in September. September call-ups are happening now, and we have not gotten that call that maybe we do actually deserve to have gotten. So to try to lift our spirits then, let's open up a package and see if we have any of the last remaining items we are looking for. Does not appear we do. Well, how about instead then, we look to get some other boosts. And we're going to get that speed up to 80. Lock that in, no overall jump, but a milestone reached for Chacha. With the season moving into the last couple series, is that call ever going to come here for Chacha Vauzz this season, or are we looking at a spring training kind of call up? Perhaps if we play angry to close out the year, we will finally get that call up. And against Ryan Jensen, he will be our next target. Chacha takes that one outside. With some smart play here from Chacha, he runs that count full. 3-2. Payoff pitch is one to hit. Dropping down in center, Chacha, he's going to look to use that 80 speed. But he didn't slide? What's that about, Chacha? You're not that fast. You could have legged out a double there if you slid to the left side of the bag. It should probably count still as a single. I don't know. We'll have to check on that next time. But as our next at-bat comes, the Saints have taken the lead here with a 1-0 run difference. Bottom of the 4th, Jensen still on the mound. And he'll take another one low. A little bit inside, but Chacha gets a piece of it. Center fielder, though, this time makes the play. St. Paul gets the out on Chacha, keeping their lead intact as we move to top of the 5th, growing that lead 3-0. They've got Urbina, maybe, at the plate with a man on first. One out, we're looking for a double play here for Munoz. Crushed hard over towards Chacha. I was standing right where that ball was. I guess we didn't want to do anything with it. Not sure what that's all about, but we do at least have a dynamic challenge. Bottom of the 6th, as we are also down 6. Man on second then. Let's try to drive him home and get things going here for our Redbirds. Vauzz taking again, pitch 1.
1-0.
And then a tapper then over towards first. Runner advances to third, so we do not drive him home, but we get him 90 feet closer. And that would eventually bring him home. So count an assist on that, why not? Top of the 7th now, as we could use with 7 runs. But we're out in the field, so we're trying to make sure they don't get their 7th run. It's 2 outs, 0-2 count. Last time we were out here, the ball was hit towards Chacha. I just didn't feel like making a play on it. 1-1-1. This time, Chacha well in front, gloving it, and making the throw to Redmond will send us to the 7th inning stretch where we've got work to do in the closing innings. But so far, can't say Chacha necessarily playing angry out here. If he was, we might get a really hard hit ball right into the gap, run around the bases, and call it good. Ramirez on the mound. Gives one for Chacha to hit. It's towards the gap, not quite through. A hard hit, perfect single for Chacha Vauzz. With Redmond to follow, gets him a man to try to add on to his ribby total this year, which already is north of 50. Probably a good 20 or so of those have to just be Chacha Vauzz, as he will look to take second in play. Gonna be hit over towards third. Chacha dancing around here as the ball is well overthrown. Chacha, he's gonna dig towards third, and he's in safely. Perhaps that 80 speed really was the difference. We got caught stealing a couple times last episode. 80 speed would have been the difference between those being a steal and not. Moves us 90 feet away here, bottom of the 8th. It's Koperniak, and he puts that one in play, drooping down in left. One will score for the Redbirds, but we still need 4 more with 2 on here, bottom of the 8th. And a dynamic challenge for Chacha in the bottom of the 9th. Though we are still trailing 7-5. No one on. So we need to make sure we get on base here. An extra base hit, just as good. But really, we got to make sure we get a hit against Michael Tonkin. And taking that one will be a ball. Oh, and he tried on the sweeper. But Chacha is retired. Looking to go inside out perhaps, but sat down 7-5. We lose the opening game of the series to the Saints. And something to keep in mind is the Saints team, they're the ones that are kind of hot on our heels. We got to make sure that we win this series and keep them behind us. We don't want to be dead last in the International League West. So as Chacha gets us going here, game number 2. We've got 2 on in the first. Batting third here means nobody out. The pitch is in. Chacha will give that one a ride to the gap. Will not be a ball on pitch 1. In fact, he's thinking like he might be looking for a triple, but they're going towards Chacha, and he will be caught at third. But we do plate 2. He got greedy. But it's a toss-up. Are they going to go to Chacha running for third or try to get the runner out at home? Doesn't take away the hit as we take an early lead here at the porch. And that lead would stay intact till the third, where it's still 2-0. And again, first pitch swinging goes Chacha. This time, though, it'll be a quick at-bat as we now end the third, grounding out towards second. We will have a dynamic challenge to follow, with now a run across home for the St. Paul Saints. But we've got 1 on the corners, 2 outs here. Chacha Vauzz, what are we thinking? Hit a double or better, or drive in 1 or more runs? Well, that is clearly what we're going to go for here. We're playing team ball. 2 outs, though, probably should look for a hit rather than a bunt.
Ball, that's in.
And taking the ball just inside. Once again, Chacha, he's playing smart out here. He's got that count to 3-1. Does he swing? We got the green light here. He holds off and takes the slider low. Chacha will walk, the bases loaded. He does not get the RBI, but he provides a huge opportunity here for Chandler Redmond. One of the guys on the team who he has the highest relationship with, not something we have looked at much, but we might do that at the end, if I remember. But we might not now, as Redmond stares at the final strike of the inning. St. Paul gets out of a jam. In fact, they draw this game a little bit closer. Top of the 7th. It's a 1-run game as Anthony Prado steps up to the plate. He's got a man on first. Nobody out for Chris Roycroft. So you know what we're going to try to do? We're going to double play. Pitch number 4 is going to be a hard hit ball over to third, who will make the out at second. Chacha does complete the double play. 5-4-3. And a dynamic challenge to boot. as the Saints have taken the lead, bottom of the 8th. Well, it turns out that double play didn't help us out much then. Get on base, probably, as we are leading off the inning against Funderburk. That's one heck of a name. I love that. Gonna have to jot that down. Taking that one just below the strike zone. And turning on that inside pitch, nearly decapitating Funderburk. Well, we'll get a single leadoff success here for Chacha Vauzz. But for Redmond, who has not had a good game nor series, 0 for 7 so far, we're going to give him a little bit of an extra lead here. Funderburk checking us, not going our way. We're going on the pitch, and Chacha is caught stealing. All right, St. Paul and the Jumbo Shrimp, they've got some catchers we don't want to run on. That puts us in a bad spot. Bottom of the 9th as Jimmy Crooks is up to bat with no one on, 2 outs. That might have cost us a chance at tying this game. Michael Tonkin is on the mound. And Crooks will get some contact. Hard to second, who makes the quick play. Saints take the following game as well with an early 2-0 series lead. Chacha Vauzz caught stealing late on, taking away the tying chance for the Redbirds. But it's hard to question the man who's doing absolutely everything for this team right now outside of pitching that ball. A 2 for 3 day for Chacha Vauzz. And we'll get game 3 underway with a dynamic challenge. Batting 3, so he's clearly moved up, and this is now his regular spot. But he's not much of that power type hitter despite some of the home runs we've had of late. He should be batting leadoff just across the board, cranking that one foul. Seems to be some of our best contacts come on these pitches that go foul. And well ahead of that, circle change puts us down 0-2. Well, there's just no quit in Vauzz. Running this count full. Woods Richardson. What do you got? A circle change again. That got us the last time. Not quite this time. Count stays 3-2. Chacha Vauzz takes just below the strike zone. You could argue that one, but Simon Woods Richardson not going to get the upper hand that go. We will take the walk here. Bottom of the 1st. Chandler Redmond, let's try to turn things around for you as well. Vauzz has that extra step. Woods Richardson, he's trying to pick him off, but the throw over is way too high. So Vauzz will respond by once again taking that extra step. And he's going to look towards second this go-round. In play, a hard-hit ball. But with 2 outs, Vauzz will just keep on running. If anything, that's how you just keep building your speed. Flies out to right field and ends the 1st on a lovely day at the ballpark. As we jump ahead to top of the 3rd, let's try to repay us being stranded by stranding 2 for the Saints. Severino is up to bat. He's got 2 on, but 1 out. We're trying to help out our man in McGreevy, turning a double play. Gonna be a hard hit over towards Chacha, who will come in, make the tag. He's still got to make the throw. Not quite on target enough. A dribbler of a pass will not get both runners. We do get 1, and as we move to bottom of the 4th, Saints plate 5. So we've got some work to do, as once again, we are well behind in this series, already 2 games. Woods Richardson, what do you got? High ball, Chacha lays off. And then he gets under one, sending that one just a few steps in front of the left fielder. Not going to bite into this deficit. In fact, keeping things well in hand for the Saints. As we jump to now top of the 6th, they've got 1 on, and we would like to make up for our bad throw on our last double attempt. So how about we get the job done here? With just the 1 runner on. Another dribbler over towards Chacha, who again will get the tag. Spinning throw, rework of last time, but he connects this time to end the top of the 6th. We need some bats to close out this game. With a dynamic challenge to follow, an opportunity arises for Chacha Vauzz. With 2 on, only 1 out. Woods Richardson still on the mound, and we want to drive in all runners. 63 and 77 speed apiece. But instead, we get sat down on 3 straight breaking ball pitches. A big opportunity miss, but one right again as we move to bottom of the 8th. 2 on at the corners. 2 outs this time. Chacha Vauzz facing Ramirez. And we're going to try to hit a double or better here. If we do, that will bring home all runners. 79 and 77 speed. Chacha Vauzz waits on it and will drive that one down the third base line. Not going to be able, though, to dig. Chacha back to first as the runner in front stays at second. Probably smart. But we get the 1 run. We do not get both, so we don't complete the challenge, but we move us within 4 runs of tying this game. Chandler Redmond, though, 0 for 3. It's been a rough stretch for him over the last couple series. Is a dribbler to end the threat of the Redbirds. And in the 9th, leaves things up to Wanbin Cho. With a man on the corners, 2 outs. This looks oddly familiar, though we are not up to bat. We are 3 away. Michael Tonkin trying to make sure that we don't have another opportunity. And sits down Wanbin Cho to end the game. And once again, we are down 3-0 in the series. This is happening all too often with the Redbirds. Vauzz is out here doing all he can to try to help his team win some games, but you can't do everything every single time you got the opportunity. We need some other guys to step up. And Teodo has already given up a hit in this game. Top of the first, we do have 2 outs. We're looking for a put out at either second or first. Hard hit, will dribble, but we will get behind it. Chacha looking to make the play at first. We'll record the out. Never mind everyone saying to go to second. Go to the easy play. Go to first. Now we'll look to go to second from the batter's box. How about that instead? With a man on second, try to drive him home as we are already down 1-0 against the Saints. Chacha with another foul ball. And a crack of the bat. Come on. Perfect ground out. You don't do that to Chacha Vauzz. That should be at least a single. We'll have to wait till next time. As top of the second rolls around, and we're already down 3-0. So chances are we're not taking this series, but don't want to count ourselves out. As Tanner Schobel is stepping up to bat. Again, we're just looking for a simple out here at second or first. Teodo gives up some soft contact. Chacha with another easy play to make, this time from one knee. Will end the top of the second at the porch. The question is, when are all these bats going to show up? Well, we do get 1 run in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, 1 still on, though, for Chacha Vauzz. Can he find another run here for the Redbirds? With Chacha playing smart up here, he runs that count to 3-1. Should be a good pitch. And that it was, finding the bottom outside corner. Count runs full then, 3-2. Runner goes and will be a walk. Chacha Vauzz does not remove the bat from his shoulder that whole at bat. He will take first, putting 2 on then for Chandler Redmond. Plenty of speed out here. Give us some solid contact into the outfield and let's see what we can do. Well, that's going to be some solid contact. Chacha will turn towards third, but it looks like that one will be a fly out to center field. Redmond not being as clutch as of late. A couple guys here on this roster need to get things going. Chacha Vauzz, there's some things he can improve on as well, but still leading this team in pretty much every major category. Looking to turn another double play here in the top of the 5th. Chopper towards short, who will get in front of that one. Now Chacha with a sidearm throw, a little bit of curve on it. We'll get the 6-4-3. We'll jump forward then with a dynamic challenge. Bottom of the 5th here for Chacha Vauzz. Now we've talked about everyone else needing to step up. We can't talk our talk here without making sure that we drive home these runners. Or at least one, the man here on third. Patience was virtue last time. And a soft bit of contact here that will not drive the runner home. So Chacha misses out on the opportunity here as well, leaving us down by 3. As we move into the final couple innings, we've got some work to do, but work has been done. Now 6-4. Patrick Winkle stepping into the batter's box, and we're looking to get him out at first, or perhaps the runner at second. Keep this game close. Hard hit over towards Chacha. We'll just settle it and look to make a simple throw yet again to our man in Redmond. He's been doing a solid job at first. We just need him to come to bat behind Chacha Vauzz, who has that dynamic challenge, trying to keep things going here, bottom of the 7th. Double or better, a home run. Well, we've hit a couple home runs, but that's really not what we aimed for. And against Funderburk, we nearly took his head off last time. What do we got for him this time? Well, we got a swinging strike there through the circle. And then we've got another single on him. Taking that one through the gap of first and second. Putting Chacha on the bases here as the tying run comes up to bat. And it's our man in Chandler Redmond. 0 for 15 this series. It's time to come alive. As we do take that extra step, Funderburk takes a look. He's going home as Chacha goes to second. Sliding in safely. So do got to give some props to these catchers. Their throws are coming in a lot tighter than they have been. Vauzz with that extra step. He's now looking to get 90 feet away. Ball in the dirt. Sends Chacha to third. No throw attempt. Back-to-back steals. Number 23. And now we just need a base hit from Chandler Redmond. We're running on this pitch with 2 outs, 3-2 count. Hard hit just by the first baseman's glove. Coming through and getting his first hit. He's digging for second and will slide in safely. Our man Redmond, is he back? Well, we have taken the lead. Jumping forward to the top of the 9th. We need one more out. And it is hopefully going to be on Alvarez. Nick Anderson, sit him down. Or that's going to be a little pop-up that's just in front of Chacha. You still got to make the throw. Why are we taking our time out here? That should have been an easy out to end this game. In fact, I was the one that even chose to come in and watch that portion, so it should have just been done and dusted. Well, now we got a man on. 2 outs, another 1-2 count here for Nick Anderson. That will be a hard hit ball over towards short, and he'll make the throw in time then. Redbirds finally pick up a win in this series in game number 4. We got to try to win out here just to split the series against the only team doing worse than us this season. Let's try to get things started off in a good way. Game number 5. And that will be a strike against Chacha. He likes, at least over the last couple games, has seemingly been watching pitch 1. Dobnak gives him something to hit there. A circle change, 85 in the bottom 3rd. It's foul tipped. And an 0-2 count here for Chacha Vauzz. We'll sit on that one, though. Inside, but Chacha is ripping that one to the gap. He's going to turn towards second and look to pause up there as the throw does come in. He maybe could have tried to rush for third, but why risk things early on? It will be a double for Chacha Vauzz. And with Chandler Redmond finally getting that hit thing going late on last game, can we find it early on in this one? Vauzz taking that extra step on Dobnak as that one is in play. Just over the second baseman. Vauzz will sprint home with a single for Redmond. I think we've got our guy going yet again behind Vauzz. We'll follow him up with a dynamic challenge as the Saints plate 5. So, rough series for sure. These teams are just coming to bat every single time. I don't know. We might need some new pitchers. 5-1 ball game. Taking that one inside the zone, just barely. They put it in the same spot, so Chacha swings. But it will be a ground out to first. So it's 1-1 apiece then. One victory for Vauzz, one for Dobnak. What does the third matchup have in store then? With 2 outs, 1 on. Chacha Vauzz takes another fastball, this time inside the zone. And goodbye, baseball. Chacha Vauzz, that is what a perfect swing is supposed to do for you. Cranks that one to the top deck. 440 with a 110 exit velo. And he takes the 2-1 lead on Dobnak. Though we've still got plenty of work to do here in this series, but moves us a little bit closer. A 2-run difference with that 2-run home run. Top of the 6th, Anthony Prado once again at the plate. He's got 1 on first. We got Chris Roycroft on the mound. That one will be a dribbler over towards short with a quick flip. Chacha, a turning blind throw that apparently is not in time. Maybe because the runner made him do a flip to avoid major injury. We'll see if we can get some revenge then as we move to bottom of the 8th with our favorite pitcher, Funderburk, on the mound. Chacha Vauzz. He's gotten 2 singles on him, but that'll be a strike, just clipping the outside of the zone. And inside out, Chacha lines him for yet another single. Why keep the man in to face Chacha Vauzz? But clearly he's got his groove going here in Vauzz. Now Redmond back behind, 2 for 3 today. 2 RBIs in this series. Let's try to make sure we get in range for another. 3-2 count though. Vauzz is going, but can just jog on over as the full count is a walk for Redmond. That moves the go-ahead run to the plate in Mac Koperniak. If you did comment in the last episode how to pronounce that and I'm still incorrectly pronouncing it just because I haven't read comments yet, Chacha Vauzz with one heck of a pickoff move there from the pitcher. And he's stuck in a pickle here. That one's overthrown. Get going, Chacha. You will be safe at third. The pause there finally works for Chacha Vauzz. I don't know if they're going to count that as a steal. The sound sounded for it, but it's also an error. Either way, we get 90 feet away. In fact, both runners do. Well, not 90 feet away, but they both advance with a soft bit of hitting. We will run home. We are just down 1 with 2 outs here, bottom of the 8th. And that will remain the case as we move to top of the 9th. And they have a man on first, 2 outs, as Severino takes the batter's box. We have a new pitcher, though, that I have not seen for us, Granillo. I don't know if he's any good. That's going to be a hard hit ball towards short. Just going to first. We'll get the out there. Runner moves to second. But sitting him down would send us then to bottom of the 9th with Jeremy Rivas at the plate, batting 125. We could really use with a big hit here. But instead, it's a dribbler over towards second. Saints record the final out, and with that, take the series. We'll lose another one here, but we've still got one more game to go. But individually, this has been a great series for Chacha Vauzz. Multiple games going 2 for 3 or 3 of 4 and even 3 of 5. But we move into our last one here of the episode, and getting fingers crossed, knocked on wood, it's the last one here at AAA. First pitch swinging over the top of the second baseman's head. Chacha Vauzz will start with a single. He's going to turn into a, I don't know if they're really going to count that as a double, but either way, he's going to get to second and check the top left. Yes, it was a double. We'll take that for sure, even with the little hezzy we had. Thanks to the runner going to third, we were able to advance, putting 2 runners in scoring position here for Chandler Redmond as we try to open up Game 6 with a bang. And a soft bang, that one is, but we will plate a runner as Redmond will get the RBI. Now we have to hope that Koperniak, we're going to hope Matt finds RBI number 10 here with 2 outs this time. A 2-1 count for Ryan Jensen. Chacha Vauzz with a hard hit ball that is speared at third. He is stranded, but we do take an early lead here in Game 6. We'll look to keep that intact. Top of the second as Munoz is getting a start in this one. He's facing Luke Keyshaw. Pretty sure, again, that's how that one's pronounced. Again, I think that was also a name that came up in Mr. Hurricane. So thank you, Hurricane, for telling me how to pronounce a lot of these, as that's going to be hit over towards Chacha, who will tag the base himself. Short did not cover, and he makes the throw in time. What a play. Chacha Vauzz in the 4-3 double play. On top of that, he keeps the lead well intact as we move now to bottom of the third. Jensen still on the mound, pitch number 36. Chacha inside out. That one's headed down the line as he's going to look to leg out a double here. And with a throw off the mark, he will be well in time. Vauzz keeping that bat hot. And also the legs as well, as he's been doing a lot of running. Not as much success stealing of late. A couple more throwouts than we would prefer. But we might be looking for another one here. Indeed, he is. As that one's in the dirt, we got another easy steal for Chacha Vauzz. Number 24. I feel like 25 would be a pretty good milestone. Unless we get that in this game, who knows if we will this season. That one's in play. Down in left field. Chacha Vauzz will tack on another run here for the Memphis Redbirds. It always feels good when Redmond is batting well behind. We'll jump forward, though, to bottom of the fifth, where we have 2 for 2 day for Chacha Vauzz. 2 doubles. Can we make it a trifecta against Jensen? The man on first. He tries to go inside out again. Sliding will get the stop. It will not be a single nor a double for Chacha Vauzz, but he does move the man over towards second. Unfortunately, as we do get now to top of the sixth, that man did not find his way home. Ryan Fitzgerald, he's trying to get the bats going here for the Saints. He's 1 for 2 today. Munoz, pitch number 73 here in the sixth. He's got an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Another tapper over towards Chacha. And this a routine play to first. That'll keep this game moving along here. Chacha Vauzz back up to bat. Bottom of the seventh, as Ramirez is back on the mound. We've faced him fairly often this series. Looking for another hit, as that one does not squeak through. Short will make the play just in front of Chacha. So 7th inning stretch we go, as the Redbirds continue to pack the porch. The question is, are they all here to see Chacha Vauzz and perhaps a little bit of Redmond when he's batting hot? John King, though, takes the mound, top of the 8th. He's a solid pitcher for us. We'd like to face him often in batting practice. This one will be hit over towards Chacha. We'll take the few steps in. Runner coming in hot. But Chacha, he's got the throw coming in even hotter. And we'll look to close out this game with a 2-run lead. Both from Chacha Vauzz. Nick Anderson with an 0-2 count, 2 outs. Looking for that final strike. Or this one will be in play. Chacha coming over. And it will be a play made this go around. It will be a win here for our Redbirds, but we do drop the series to the Saints. We're still on top of them, but it's not as comfortable of a lead as we would have preferred. And overall, it's not how we were looking to close out this season. That was the final game. It snuck up on me a little bit here. I thought we had another series to play. But that means we are not being called up to the majors unless the MLB team actually performed well. So let's go ahead and sim on over to the next day. Well below 500. Not a good look, but hopefully it will be at the majors next year. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Minor league playoffs are about to begin. Would you like to stop simulating? No. I would like to get through these things and see if we are going to get a call up at all before we end our day. And that doesn't appear to be the case. So getting to the end of the postseason, the Dodgers defeat the Yankees and are your 2025 World Series champions. Great for them, but we are St. Louis Cardinals, so not really going to affect us much. But are we going to get that call up at some point? Well, looks like we're just headed straight into the off season, where we do have a player inducted into the Hall of Fame in Clayton Kershaw. You can check the stats here, but we're going to focus primarily on things happening for Chacha Vauzz. And we finally have something pop up here. We have a contract offer. So what are we looking at here? The Cardinals are offering you a 1-year contract for $75,000. I wish I had $75,000, but it says the Cardinals are. Does that mean that we're going to be put on the 40-man and should at least be headed to spring training? Either way, we will accept this offer, or we could even look to try to negotiate here. Well, as it stands right now, they have Nolan Gorman listed as AAA. They do have Thomas Segazy at MLB, so I don't know if they're saying that we are going to be on the MLB or not. But we're just going to try to test things here, and we're going to ask for about $5,000 extra. So advance there, and they accept it. Maybe we should have raised that number a bit. Either way, $80,000 for a year, that's a lot of money for a normal person. So I'm going to accept it. And we've got something happening here. Phone call for Chacha Vauzz. It's our agent, just checking in because it's been a while. Okay. As I was more hoping to hear about a news being called up. That said, is there anything you want to chat about now that the offseason is here? I'd like to talk about my role with the Cardinals. I want to make sure I'm playing on the major league team. Okay, it sounds like you maybe want to change your position. No, that's not what I was looking to do, actually. So I guess we're okay. And we've gotten to the end of the offseason. Spring training is about to begin. So let's see here. Well, I see some teams that are MLB. So I think we finally did get that call up, or at least we were invited then to spring training. So it might be a little bit anticlimactic because we don't get a good cutscene for anything. But let's just go ahead and check the roster then and see where we are listed. Heading over to second base, Chacha Vauzz is listed MLB. So we finally get out of AAA. But as it stands right now, there is not a single second baseman listed for AAA. So we've got to come ready to play spring training. And if we outperform Nolan Gorman, maybe even Thomas Segazy, we might secure our spot in the MLB lineup. So you got to make sure you stick around. You don't want to miss Chacha's not exactly MLB debut. Hit that bear icon in the bottom right, or scroll down, hit that sub button, and tap that bell icon so you're notified of when we are back here on Tuesday, when we get into spring training and hopefully perform well and make sure we lock in this call up and maybe actually get a good cut scene. Leave Chacha some love here at the end because he will finally be putting on that Cardinals uniform next time as we head into spring training, concluding the first season here for Chacha Vauzz and what was a very, very productive year.